Good evening. Welcome to the Malden Board of Appeal public meeting. Today is August 21st, 2024. The Malden Board of Appeal will hold a public hearing Wednesday, August 21st, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. at Malden City Hall, 215 Pleasant Street, room 106, the Herbert L. Jackson Council Chambers, Malden, Mass. On the following name petitions. The meeting may be recorded by Urban Media Arts, formerly known as Malden Access Television. The order of petitions are to be determined by the chairperson. Before we get started, we'll do a roll call vote, and tonight we are missing one of our regular members, so I'm going to appoint Armin tonight as a voting member. So if you, let me turn on your mic, Aaron, and you can do the roll call. It's on. You just shut it off. There you go.
Kramer.
Here.
Froyo. Here. King.
Yours is off.
Bilgan. Codaverdian.
Yeah.
Desposito. Here. Thank you. Absent is Sherwin.
King, Billigan, empty seat. You're Kathy. I'm Nate. You're Bill Sullivan. And you're David.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So before we hear any petitioners, first, did the board have a chance to review the minutes from the prior meeting? And would somebody like to make a motion to approve those minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve the minutes from July 17th was made by Froyo, second by Bilgan. Kramer.
Call me last.
Codaverdian.
Yep.
Froyo.
Yes.
King.
Yes.
Bilgan.
Yes.
Desposito. Yes. Kramer.
Yes. Okay, so the first petition tonight is 24-008 by Amit Thapar. I hope that I pronounced that correctly. Seeking a variance under Code of the City of Malden as amended, Title 12, MCC 12.16.010, Table of Intensity Regulations, specifically violation of side yard setback, principal building as per plans, RES 064-555-2024 at the property known as and numbered 149 Pearl Street, Malden, Mass., and also known by City Assessor's Parcel ID 032-200-011. How are you tonight?
Good, how are you?
If you could just, yeah, the microphone's on, but just speak into it so our many viewers at home can
So
listen
you
in.
guys request for the drawing, and I submitted that one last month, right after 1 week. If you guys want to take a look, I can drop it off another copy.
We had this, yep. So I believe we have those in a smaller version.
Okay.
So just one question that I had was, it's not just the extension that you're doing towards the street, but you're also raising the roof of the whole structure, right?
The top floor, yes, because ceiling is, right now, is not at 7 feet, so I'm going over. So total gonna be 32 feet.
Height, and 32
Height.
feet in height,
Height, yes. Total.
and I believe 35 is allowed. 3.5 stories. Does anyone on the board have any questions?
Yeah, I apologize if you said this last meeting, but can you just repeat what your hardship is and why you're coming in front of the board for this variance?
The setback is not 10 feet. I think city required for 10 feet. I have 7.5 feet. And so this is like old house. I'm not touching any foundation or anything. So I'm just putting a 2-bedroom top of the kitchen and the other side, and extension in the front 15 feet, and be lifting up a little bit of roof. That's all I'm doing.
And the purpose, why do you need the extra space?
I'm trying to move in there. because my kid, he just started high school in the Mystic Valley, so we like to move in there. That's why we bought that property.
Was your son at Mystic Valley prior to this, or he's just getting in? Because
No,
you're
he been there in Mystic Valley, he just started high school this year, 9th grade.
and you live in Everett now,
Yes.
but now that he's in high school, you want to move closer.
Yes, it's very close to the high school.
See, I have a number of concerns, and I'm not an artist, and I mean, I took this picture a little days ago, and I just penciled in what's gonna happen. And it's probably not to scale and not, but it's, that house behind there, I mean, that doesn't show anywhere except on this overhead thing here. But part of what the setbacks and zoning and stuff, I mean, you're not changing the back, so I mean, you're not here for increasing the issue in the back, except that it's going to impede the light, the air. They have air conditioning on this side of the house. This house is gonna be like 5 feet from them, 4 feet. And now it's gonna have two stories instead of like
One
just
story.
barely one story.
One story.
Yeah, just barely one story.
And one of the questions I had on the plans, it says on the back end of the house, not the addition, but it says existing 2.5-story wood frame dwelling, but it's 1.5 right now, so it's not existing. You're raising it a whole nother story, the whole place.
No, whatever we have right now. So this is the back side right now. So I'm just adding a room in here, but whatever the roof, I'm extending the roof a little bit higher. So same height of this roof, I'm adding a room on this side, top of the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, I would classify the existing structure as primarily 1.5 stories because the upstairs is within a sloped roof.
Correct.
Right, so that's 1.5 stories, and then you're raising that up a full story essentially, or close to it.
Yeah, but still it's gonna be under 35 feet.
But the
Right.
plans say existing 2.5-story, but it's not existing. It's currently 1.5.
1.5, yeah.
But the plans say existing 2.5, which is not accurate. It's 1.5. I just felt like, I just want to make everyone aware in case somebody thought that was existing. It's not. It's 1.5. You're going up a whole story on the whole house, not just the addition.
So we're trying to find a reason to justify the variance. You need to prove that there's a hardship. So you're allowed to do certain things in your design, but you're asking for relief and you're adding on. So we need to make sure that we follow certain rules when we vote to approve or deny. So that's why we're asking if there's any hardship. If you're gonna renovate the existing footprint and bring it up to 2.5 stories, I believe you're allowed to do that, but you're asking for relief on lot coverage and side yard setback is what I'm reading in the agenda.
I'm not touching any footprint. The footprint is like,
No, but the square footage, you're vastly, in a sense, vastly increasing the square footage of the existing property, which affects lot coverage, which they don't leave, and you're also, as far as I'm concerned, you're also affecting, the livability of the neighborhood, for that house behind it. I mean, and again, that's one of the issues that zoning tries to make this town or the city, livable for the majority of the people.
correct.
And the city council decides, this is the kind of city we want, this is the kind of town we want, and we want to have, whatever it is, a rural town, a urban town, whatever. But, at this point, we're looking at this affecting something. Have you talked to this neighbor?
Yes, I talked to the neighbor have no issue with that.
And they haven't come here?
No, he work like 2 jobs, so he don't have a time to come
He
here.
didn't submit a letter of support or anything?
No, if you want, I can bring it in.
I mean, we're here now.
Because that's part of the issue. The other thing is, I know you're talking about moving, but I look at where you are now. And you got a 2,300 square foot house.
Yeah,
This is being built and it's gonna be about 1,300. All fixed up, it'd be a nice rental. But the fact is that, I didn't see.
yeah,
any-
that's a personal issue, but I can explain to you. My parents used to live with me and my kids now, so that's why we wanna move in there.
I think you could send your kid to high school on an Uber for 4 years for what it's gonna cost.
My kid's been going for Mystic Valley last 7-8 years.
Yeah.
So he don't wanna move, that's why we made a big decision, okay, we can go to anywhere if we want to, but he don't wanna go, so we are staying with our kids.
Yeah, I know, but unfortunately, like, distance to school isn't considered a hardship, so that doesn't help. We have to see this kind of black and white of what is the hardship here. And I'm not sure you understand your design because your plot plan is showing an extension beyond the existing foundation. So it's showing that you're making that footprint of the house bigger,
In the front.
which is making it even more non-conforming than what it currently is. So there's a lot going on here that we're looking at. I'm not sure if you understand the design completely or if someone is not being clear on the drawings.
When you applied, when you were denied your original building permit application, were you supplied with the 4 criteria that you need to meet in order to get a variance?
Yes,
There's a list of 4 items. So you have that list?
yeah, I do have.
Did you submit that list?
Yes, I did that.
Yeah, I think we got a copy of it.
So in order to be approved, I have the list right here. I was just supplied with it, but, so in order for a variance to be granted, you need to, you need to prove that you're affected by all 4 of these. Not 1 of the 4, not 2 of the 4, not 3 of the 4, but all 4 of them need to affect you in order to get a variance, or to have a chance for the board to approve a variance. And that's a state law that we need to follow. So the first reason is the soil shape or the topography. It says it's not an issue. From what I'm reading, the soil shape or topography shall not be altered and will still comply with the zoning ordinances. A relief is to be granted for non-conforming structure at the rear and side. A 15 by 15 foot extension extending to the front. It doesn't say that you have any conditions that would otherwise prevent you from doing something like this. So, like if half of your lot was a cliff and there was no other way to expand, or if you're on a corner lot, you're in an odd-shaped lot or something like that, and there's nothing in here that that we see that follows that.
Yeah, that kind of question my contractor can explain to you better than me. I can,
Is he here?
no, he's not here today. He had to pick up his daughter. So,
This would have been the time. So for the second, describe the literal enforcement of provisions of the zoning ordinance relating to the circumstances especially affecting The land or structure in question would involve substantial hardship, financial or otherwise, to the petitioner. The property has been renovated to meet the dimensional requirement that is deemed non-conforming. There will be no financial benefit, since it will still retain, as a single-family owner, tend to use property. So that doesn't really show us a financial hardship either. So there are no hardships so far that we can see that relate to the soil conditions, shape, topography, or a financial hardship. So that's 2 of the 4. Describe how desirable relief may be granted without substantial detriment to the public good. We are providing / preserving an existing open space by placing parking, planting trees with landscaping, minimum soil removal, and no change of grades. Stormwater will be managed on site.
But he's increasing the footprint of the building.
So you're
by adding
lessening
on to the front.
the green space, and you know,
And like I say, just from the increasing the height of the building now, he's interfering with, light and air to at least one of the neighboring buildings.
I'm gonna call 3 gray. 1 and 2 don't meet. 3, number 4, describe how desirable relief may be granted without nullifying or substantially degrading from the intent or purpose of the zoning ordinance. The rehabilitation shall be consistent with the Malden zoning ordinance. Well, that's not the case because you're here for a variance. So in my mind, 3 of the 4, you're not meeting. And that's just my opinion. I'm the chair. I can't make a motion on this, but I just wanted to point those items out. I don't know if anybody else on the board had any questions.
I think because you're basically rebuilding this house, that's a big financial investment, and if you're able to do that, it's hard to see that you need to add on to the house like you are, because you're already increasing the size significantly without the addition. So that's why we're having a hard time, or at least I'm having a hard time justifying that you have a financial hardship when you're able to basically rebuild this house from the 2nd floor up, and you're increasing the size already. So I think it's a little bit different than most petitions that come in with a side yard request for relief. Most people come in because they can't afford to build a new 2nd floor, and they're asking for relief because they really need to expand. And it's a different argument when they're not able to afford the big expansion that you're showing on your drawings. And
Yeah,
We're not sure what the hardship is.
so I can't afford brand new building, like a totally brand new house, so that's why we bought a bank on house. It's gonna help us a lot. So I'm just adding into it to my living space.
But your elevations show a lot more than just adding on to your living space.
You're adding a whole story. You're not just adding on, you're going up too.
No, it's the same floor, like we have already bedroom upstairs.
That's not what the plans say. The plans say you're going up a whole story on the whole house. You're not just adding an addition. These plans read that you're adding a whole story.
We are not, we are just adding a 2 room on the side, that's it. We keep in the same wall, just taking the roof up.
So right now the house is 1.5 stories.
Yes,
This says, these plans say existing 2.5 story. Existing 2.5 story wood frame residential dwelling, which is not something that you've even proposed to us. I don't know where the disconnect is there, but
which number of the,
I'm looking at the plans
all the
that you submitted.
So this is the old
One
one you have. I have two
Plot
plans
plan.
because I changed it when you guys required 50% of hard top and 50% of the grass.
I mean, it could be that you could go up 1 story by right, but you're going up by 1 story and extending, which is, I think, what I'm hung up on. Yeah, existing 2.5. Existing 2.5 story. I have a picture right here, 1.5 story. So you're going up and out. And the variance is only for going out, but why do you need to do both? And why, so, I don't,
I say that the roof is not 7 feet enough right now. We don't see that.
so you're going up too.
Yeah, but that's the same floor, not extra.
You're going up.
We're not concerned about the number of floors, we're concerned about the overall height of the building and how close it is to the property line, and then on top of moving the building higher, you're also asking for an addition. And that's the part where we need to provide you relief, is the addition.
Still under 35 feet.
Which is within your rights. It's 35 feet is the max. So 2.5, probably 25. So you need to go up and out in order to get, and I'm sorry, can you just get back in front of the microphone so people watching at home can see, but,
But it's going to, by going up the height, he's increasing the square footage in the property.
right.
Not the coverage on the land necessarily, but he's increasing the usable square footage inside. Plus, he's putting an addition on the front that's, is addition to the coverage, and that's 2 feet, 2 stories, full 2 stories. And then, that's why, like on his plan, he's got what the coverage is 24.9% is provided, and required is 30.
So I guess,
He's he's making, some issues here,
Right.
and the issues I don't think are good for the area particularly.
I mean, I'm kind of confused about, do we have the existing floor plan?
yes,
Well,
What's
no,
in the,
I don't think we do.
The existing
we don't.
floor-
This is what, you're right, we don't.
That's not an existing floor plan that we asked you for last time you were here.
Yeah, here's the existing.
Well, we don't have that. We have pictures of the outside of the building.
how about if we get an existing
The only floor
plan?
plans we have are, it says existing 2.5 story wood structure, but that's not what's there. It's 1.5.
I guess we do have it.
And what was dropped off of the pictures.
Yeah, I think last month we had existing plans.
And they wanted current, they wanted the current, so when he dropped off those pictures of the
This is
views,
the
the
Yeah.
views of the house.
Yeah,
We don't have a section cut.
But
No.
what they probably wanted was the actual floor
I
plan
know,
Yeah.
instead of the
kinda like-
pictures.
the elevations
Yeah.
was one thing we
Yeah.
brought up, is
Right.
Based
existing
on
elevations would
the
be
stuff
helpful.
that I see is,
So we do have the floor plan, it's just matter of, we don't have the section cut of the heights.
yeah, well, no, not inside.
But also,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's proposed,
whatever this piece is, I don't know which this is here.
existing heights.
So the variance that he's looking for now is not the height. It's just, to me, it's odd that it hasn't come up that he's also going up and out. The issue here is the side yard setback with this extension.
Yeah, he's moving it up. He's making the whole building 10 feet taller.
I This is the proposed, right? That's the first floor. Existing.
And you'd like to expand it because you live in Everett now, but your son is going to Mystic Valley. And he has been going to Mystic Valley, but now he's going to the high school, so now you need to move to Malden and make this house that you own bigger, instead of staying in the house and,
Bigger and little bit new construction
Just
there.
do
So
10
my-
feet
I
there
have
and
like 1800
do what he wants to
Victorian
do.
old house.
Okay.
I think it's only this relief for what he's
all right, I don't have any other questions. Does anybody else on the board
Yeah, but by right. he
have any
could-
questions?
Not the coverage.
I'm sorry, if you're discussing, just talk in the microphone, please. Guys, if you're, can you just talk into the microphone, you guys?
Sure, sure,
If you're talking about it? We can't have sidebars.
yeah.
But I don't have any other questions. Does anybody else on the board have any questions?
No, I'm interested to see if anyone from the audience is here to speak in favor, or if there's any letters.
Is anyone in the audience here to speak in favor or against this project? No. Does anybody from the board have any other questions? Would anybody from the board like to make a motion on this petition?
I'd like to make a motion that we deny this petition based on lack of evidence on the hardships required for this petition. I also think that you can build as of right without asking for this relief. You can provide that 10-foot side yard setback. I think you can accommodate that adjustment in your design, so that's something that you can do and come back with a completely conforming design.
I'm not touching the foundation. I can't touch the foundation. It's gonna be too much for me.
Second.
You can't touch the foundation?
Yeah, I don't want.
Well, this plan, this proposed plan has you doing a 15 by 15 addition. I'm assuming that
On
has
the
a
front only.
Yeah, so I
That would
think,
be touching the foundation though.
No, I'm not digging.
You'd be
any-
extending the foundation.
Extending. it.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
can-
extending on the front.
you can add on a 12-foot wide addition
meet it.
without the relief that you're asking for, so that's,
If you went 12 instead of 15, you wouldn't be in front of us.
yeah.
I'll second the motion.
But that's on the back side of the house, right? Not in the front. So I'm adding a 15 feet on the front of the house, not the back of the
Yeah.
house.
We have a motion and a second. So we'll do a roll call vote on this.
Motion to deny petition 24-008 made by Bilgan due to lack of evidence for a hardship, second by Froyo. Codavarian?
Yes.
Wait, is a yes denying?
Oh, yes, denying or yes?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, denied.
I'm sorry. Froyo
Yes.
for denial. King?
Yes, or deny?
Bilgan?
Yes.
It's unanimous, your petition has been denied. Kramer?
Yes.
It's unanimous, the petition has been denied.
So what I have to do now? Like,
You can't do the addition. You can go up, like the plans say.
yeah, I'm going up. I'm not going on the back of side of the, we need a setback 10 feet. I'm not touching the back. I'm going straight up on the back where we need a setback.
The plans that you submitted show a 15 by 15 foot addition that increased the nonconformity. That's why you're here.
The building department can tell.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can speak with the building department
Uh,
further.
I'm gonna bring my engineer also.
Yeah.
Next time.
Thanks.
So he can explain you guys better than me.
Okay.
You bring him with you when you go to the permitting office, and then your
So-
contractor can talk to the person
think my-
reviewing the plans, and they can help you with what you need for your side yard setback on any additions.
I think my contractor come here twice, he talked to them, and that's how they said, okay, I need a variance for, because I don't have more than 7.5 feet on the back. Rest is, everything is okay.
Well, I think you need to, you've been denied for this design, so you have to now talk to the permitting office.
They deny because I'm going 15 feet in the front extension.
You're increasing the nonconformity.
Denied because you didn't meet the criteria of variance. That, it's done.
You were applying for a variance because you were increasing the nonconformity to what was there existing. You
Okay.
did not meet the 4 criteria for for us to grant that variance.
So can I get the email this time? Because last time I've been waiting for the email and I drop everything, you know, whatever you guys need. And could you please just send me email so I can explain them better?
So you didn't get emails from us, and you
No,
didn't say anything?
I call in the office, then I get the email.
Who did you
after
call?
that. In the office upstairs, I can have an email,
I
talked to-
emailed with him. I'll have to look back in my email, but I emailed with you, because did you show up 2 weeks
I-
ago?
Yeah.
Yep, I emailed
I
with
came
you.
on 25th of July, drop it off. And
Yep, and we got
then-
that.
And then I call, I was here on,
Yeah, we didn't meet then. I heard you were here, but we only meet the third week, the third Wednesday of
but
the
I
month.
didn't know this is 7th of August, you have to be
Right.
here. So
We
I-
explained that. So you just needed to have the plans in 2 weeks before the meeting. That's what the,
And he
that's
brought
what we.
them actually
But
not to
I
us, he
guess
brought them
that's
up to,
earlier than that.
building department.
Yeah.
And they gave them to me.
So unfortunately, it was denied. So if, I mean, you can speak with the building department. But at this point, there's nothing, we've already ruled on it. There's nothing else we
So
can
I
do.
have to apply again, what I have to do, can you guys explain a little bit more? Or-
Yeah, so we denied this petition, because you weren't able to, the hardships that,
We weren't able to see the,
we weren't able to see your hardships. You weren't able to meet the 4 criteria that we're required to go by in order to grant a variance. We didn't see it. We don't know, we still don't know what your hardships are. There isn't I have it right here. Soil, financial. I think when I read them out loud, I think there was number 3. Describe how desirable relief may be granted without substantial detriment to the public good. Was the only one where I thought was gray as opposed to black and white. There are no soil, shape, or topography issues. I didn't see a financial hardship because your children or your son is already going to this school. But you need to do this large addition in order for him to go to the same school that he's going. That doesn't seem like a financial hardship to me.
Yeah, but we are 4 people
Right.
total. So
Okay.
every-
Well, at this point, it's been denied, so I mean, we can keep going, but,
There's a way to redesign and be fully compliant. So I would work with your contractor to follow the zoning laws and make a fully compliant design. And I think it'll be a great addition. It just doesn't need to have relief from this board.
I would also suggest that next time you submit plans, have existing and proposed clear. Because the existing is not 2.5 stories.
So this existing floor plan is not acceptable?
In the plans that you submitted, it said existing 2.5 stories. It's not 2.5 stories right now,
So
it's
my
1.5.
mistake, okay.
Yeah, we also asked for existing elevations to confirm the existing height of the building. So that would have been helpful.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next petition is 24-007. I'm going to mispronounce your name, I'm sorry. Guesh? I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Engida? And Freawain? Wigerema. Seeking a variance under Code of the City of Malden as amended, Title 12.16.060A. The required frontage for dwelling purposes may be reduced on existing but not newly created. Let me just read that again. The required frontage for dwelling purposes may be reduced on existing but not newly created irregularly shaped lots, lots on curved streets, and lots on turning circles by not more than 50%, provided that the required lot width is attained at the required setback line as per plans RES 064-077-2024 at the property known as and numbered 104 Summit Street, Malden, Mass., and also known by City Assessor's Parcel ID 150-629-925. How are you tonight?
Very good. How are you?
So, this is a sunroom addition.
Yeah.
Can you just state your name and address?
My name is Guesh, Engida. My address is 104 Summit Street, Malden, Mass. 02148.
And so you're looking to add a sunroom to your existing dwelling, and you currently live in a cul-de-sac, so you have an irregularly shaped lot. Is there anything that you'd like to?
We just want to try. My kitchen is very small. We have extended families. I have 4 kids and grandkids. The one we have, we're not trying to build a kitchen or stove, anything. We have existing porch there. We're just trying to close it, make it like a 4-season room. Just when my family and my parents come there, we have very small kitchen. We just have one island, like 2 chairs. Anything else, we don't have anything to sit my kids, my grandkids. And we're trying to make it like a 4-season that we only have coffee or something to have extra seat. We're not going to put like kitchen, stove, anything. We have the stove, just existing porch there, which is open. We're trying to just close it. And to have our family, my kids playing around, just at least to have like a little chair to sit in like winter time or something. Winter is like especially summertime. We have too many mosquitoes here, and to relax and have a seat inside. We're not trying to do any bedrooms or anything, stove. We're just trying to close it.
So you don't like mosquitoes either?
Sorry?
So you don't like mosquitoes either?
I'm just saying sometimes when they come, but
Honestly, behind the house there is a small wood and there are a lot of mosquitoes. Sometimes we don't enjoy it at like the evening. We sit outside. We cannot enjoy it like, we go inside. So when we go inside, our room is a little bit small, so the kitchen.
In your lot, it's irregularly shaped. You're on a cul-de-sac, so even the square footage is affected by the shape of the road that you're on. So your setbacks are different than most people probably in the neighborhood because of the shape of the street.
I'm sorry, if you don't mind, I just want to show you. We have existing porch here.
It's not big.
This one. This
Oh, I
next
can't
is,
see it.
It's small.
Next is our kitchen.
Oh, just speaking of this, though, people.
Okay.
This is on TV too. You're a star right now.
All right. We do have existing.
Oh no, you can talk into this. You don't have to look at me.
I'm sorry. I have existing porch here.
Yep.
I'm trying to close it, just make extra seat for to have my kid relax or my family come to the house. We're just trying to do that.
And you can't go back because of the retaining wall. So you couldn't do this off the back of your house because there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, it's just back of the yard. Yeah, that's what we have. And then we have a dead end.
Yeah.
And we're not bothering anybody or neighbors.
I drove up there.
No bothering any neighbors. We are always here nice to the neighborhood. We paying our taxes on time and never be late.
That's good. I'm the assessor.
And we just have it all the time on time. And we're not trying to build a bedroom or anything. We just close this portion. That's
Yep.
all we need.
Okay. Does anybody else on the board have any questions?
I was just wondering, I thought we got a plot plan last month, but I can't seem to find it. Does anyone remember?
Do you have, sorry.
I have that.
The
Do you
quality
have
of
this
the,
that shows,
yeah, but there's no
it
setbacks
doesn't show
on that.
measurements?
I'm trying to figure out, one, I'm trying to figure out what the relief that they're asking is.
I do know that the back, along close to the back of the house is a retaining wall. They can't go back.
It's like a 20-foot retaining wall.
Yeah.
They can't go back. And they're on a cul-de-sac.
So
They
in the,
really
Help
couldn't
you?
even probably
Help
add
you
a
with
deck
these?
without,
yeah, maybe,
Yeah,
uh,
and there's some proposed too, but those might already be in there.
yeah, it says variance, whose is this? Is this
I'm not sure, that was,
Nelson's?
that could have been from, yeah, most likely from the building department.
Yeah, I can't tell what the setbacks are. Maybe there wasn't a plot plan. If it says.
do you happen to have a plot plan?
Do not have with me
Yeah, it
now,
says
but,
something about the rubber,
yeah.
variance of the need stamped plot plan. No. Might be able to find it, actually. Coverage, possible lot coverage, setback and possible lot coverage.
So, oh, these are at least more clear. There's no setback.
They have, near map.
Does it?
Oh, here we go. We have a plot plan.
Oh, nice.
I can do that one.
Well, okay, just wanted to see something.
Yeah, we can take a look at that.
They're already 14 feet from the 20-foot retaining wall. 14 and a half.
So the 2 feet?
Yep,
That's,
2.5. That was, that, so it's 10 there. Well, these are all copies and copies.
oh. We'll have to do-
No, that's a copy, I mean, they're all the same.
Okay, thank you. Does anyone else want to see a copy? Do you want to see a copy? No, another one? Pass it down.
There's two there, I think.
So at that point, the deck's 2.5 feet off the sidewalk.
See, the deck is an issue too. I mean, the deck gets
Yeah.
2.5 feet. Why do you have the deck on? Mosquitoes will carry you off that. You have a deck
Yeah?
on the plans. The mosquitoes will carry you off from there.
No, it doesn't. I'm just saying that we summertime, but you know, most of the time we just need a four season inside extra. My kitchen is very small. To
Yep.
spend a little time.
Okay, I get that.
Okay.
But you have, it says that there's a proposed addition and a proposed deck.
Are you doing a deck off of the sunroom?
Yeah, just to come down or just to exit the outside stuff. Because a little higher, that gets my deck, it is a little step on it. to
Are you,
come-
I mean, you probably don't have a lot of foot traffic, but are you comfortable with having your deck 2.5 feet away from the sidewalk?
Yeah, I'm very comfortable.
That's part of, I think that's gonna be part of the issue is that 2.5 feet,
That's close.
yeah.
Yeah.
What if you put the deck off the back side of the sunroom?
Why do you not have a deck?
Or-
It's a flat lot.
Because then they need a place to
Yes.
put their grill.
Now, that's illegal.
Yeah, but if,
See? I was just gonna say that, but he
He jumped
speaks
right
with
in.
more authority.
but I think you can still do a
What does that
deck
mean?
that's less than 30 inches high and it kind of slides past
What is the,
setback.
does we have the height of the deck right now?
It looks taller than 30 inches.
Do we have that dimension somewhere?
I don't know if this section shows the height.
Do you know the height of the proposed deck off the ground?
Yeah.
Do you know about how many inches it is off the ground?
This is like,
It's not that much.
Is it under 30?
Could be this side,
It's over 30.
could be maybe.
2, 4, 5, 6 risers.
There might be a way to like
6 times
make it
7,
lower.
42.
Yeah, it's a little bit low.
Yeah,
under
I
4 feet.
think,
It's like the other side is up, the other side is close to the floor.
yeah.
no, no.
Ah.
Just the right side is up and the left side is just with close with the ground.
Patio.
Yeah.
Could you, what if you were to do just steps down to a patio off of the sunroom and not have a deck?
No, we want to close it like, we.
No,
like-
keep that part.
Keep the
Keep-
sunroom,
Keep the sunroom.
but instead of a deck off the sunroom, just have out of the sunroom, a couple steps down to a nice paver patio or something.
Oh, so no deck, you mean
No deck.
without the deck?
Yeah,
We'll
We
save
can
you,
go with that.
we'll save you money.
'Cause the
Without
deck's-
the deck.
depends on what you make the
Okay.
patio out of.
Okay.
Hey, come on.
We just
If the porch is closed, it's okay, like, we can get small deck, small, that's there.
Patio.
It's fine, yeah.
So, right now,
level.
your deck is showing 2.5 feet from the sidewalk. Patios don't have setbacks. You can go right up to the property line with a patio, with no variance. If you had a patio instead of a deck.
Variance for the-
We're gonna close the sunroom, the porch is gonna close, but we're gonna lose the part, like, the deck, we're gonna
Yeah.
lose that.
Oh, so
the
deck and
Deck,
patio's already there.
I know.
deck ማለት ሕጅ ዘለና
We can make them come
just
back.
deck, it's okay. it's fine.
Do you understand? I can show, so, I can get up, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I know, we're gonna lose the deck, but we're gonna close the porch.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can have the sun, well,
yeah, the sun.
I don't know if you can
yeah,
have the sun, the
I
board has
know,
to vote
yeah.
on that, but but if you do a patio instead of a deck,
Okay,
Yeah, I'd say there's a pretty unique lot that you have.
We have a lot.
So I think there's argument to look for creative ways to add on. So I think that the sun porch seems like something you would need relief for. There's not a lot of options on your property because of the shape of your lot and the curved sidewalk.
okay.
But the deck is really close to the sidewalk, and that's
Yeah, okay.
a hard ask, I think.
But we can get small one, near to the exit, like,
Or-
to the door, small.
you can do a patio right up to the
Yeah,
property line
yes,
if you
If
want.
it's, if it's level with the ground,
And we can make the porch, which is a deck on the other side, which is on the right side, not to the sidewalk.
Yeah, I think you can do like 2 steps down to a deck, as long as your deck is low enough and doesn't need railings. I think that it doesn't
Under 30
have the
inches.
same setbacks.
Okay.
So
If
you
it's-
could,
Under 30 inches, I
Yeah.
think they can almost literally do their whole yard
yeah,
as a deck
yeah.
without a
But,
variance.
I have a question, do we need another drawing for that, or it's okay, just close
I
it?
think that what we can do is approve if
Because it's
if
gonna
someone-
cost us.
I can't make a motion, but I think what we can do is approve the sunroom, but not the deck.
Okay,
And you kind of know where to go from there. You can instead do a patio or a deck under 30 inches that doesn't require a variance. Somebody might make a motion to approve the sunroom.
so you'd be changing where the stairs are, basically. The stairs would be from the sunroom to the deck or patio
To a lower deck.
to a lower deck.
Can I, I just want to
yes.
do a demonstration. So, right, the plans that you have, your sunroom, and you walk, this is flat right out to a deck. Instead, 2 steps down to a patio. You don't need a variance for that.
To
it might, it could be three-step, but just saying, but it's gonna be under,
Straight out, go right to the ground from the sunroom.
Okay, no, anything, just walk the stair and walk out.
Nice patio, right up to your property line,
Okay.
and you don't need a variance.
Hopefully.
You can do the whole yard.
If you had endless money, you
Don't-
could.
don't give her ideas, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we got it.
I'm just like a little worried about my kitchen level and the ground level is just like, we need
Kitchen and sunroom would be the same level.
Yes,
same level, that's
What
what
we're
we need.
saying is,
You can build,
Yeah.
you can build the sunroom.
after that, go to the ground. Do a patio instead of a deck.
I mean,
We haven't made a vote yet, though. Somebody has to make a motion.
I mean, if you, let's just say you just built just the sunroom,
okay,
okay?
You don't need our permission for anything else.
yes.
All right, then you do it the same way as you got it, right?
Okay,
The
Oh, yeah.
only change is the deck
It's more than three steps.
is gotta be
In front of the
down
building,
lower,
Some kind of a landing.
and
Okay.
then,
And they can have a landing.
They can have a landing
and then
they
you
can
don't have to
go the
come
patio
for a
which they
variance
have
for
right
that
now.
deck.
Okay,
All
You
right?
have a patio already.
yeah,
Make that bigger instead of having a deck.
just close it
move it.
and make it same level, yeah.
Yeah,
But
if we approve.
somebody needs to make a motion first.
I think Catherine should, she's gonna,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous not to have drawings without the deck, but if you guys feel comfortable giving permission for relief just for the sun porch.
I'm comfortable giving relief for the sunroom only
Since Nelson's not
as
here, he
drawn.
can't weigh in, right?
and not the deck.
Yeah.
So you understand, that's what we'll do, we
so
might be
just
doing.
only the sunroom.
Leave the sunroom. We're not approving the deck.
Right.
Or denying.
Can we
depending on
ask for
what
like
your-
updated drawings for record or something?
Because we have a lot of spaces to our yard, we're not closing to the sidewalk, anything, it's a big, all the way down to the back, which is not going to the public or anything. We do have enough for the porch if we want to, but, we're not concerning, only concern is just to when the sunroom will be level to my kitchen.
Yep.
the sunroom
Yep.
will be level.
Yep.
Per the plans, you can follow the plans for the sunroom, not the deck.
No deck. But
If we approve it.
you can make your whole yard a patio if you want.
Yes, okay.
That's the big,
Like 2, 3 levels, like no high depth.
you can't be over, if you're under 30 inches in height,
For the
correct
deck.
me if I'm wrong, you
I
can do
believe
whatever you
we,
want.
yeah,
They can tell you, they'll tell you at the building department.
yeah.
Just say, when they get this, you go to them and you say, okay, they gave us permission for the
Sunroom.
sunroom, and now we want to put a patio in, and
And they'll say do whatever you want
they'll
because
say
they,
do it.
We really appreciate it, thank you.
so we, wait,
Don't thank us.
wait. Somebody needs to make a motion.
We might change our mind.
Yeah. I'd like to make a motion, unless there's someone in the audience that needs to.
Is there anyone in the audience that is here to speak in favor or against this? Seeing none.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the variance specifically for the sun porch and not the deck. But I would like to request an updated plot plan with the deck removed.
Okay.
For record.
So the variant, the granting of the variance is pending a new drawing without the deck.
Okay.
Just this one. Because there's no dimension on your addition. Yeah, there's no dimension here from the sidewalk to the corner. So I think if you remove that, and then you have them dimension, then we know where it's gonna stop. Otherwise, it's hard to gauge where it's gonna stop because there's nothing dimensioned here.
So this is the deck, yeah?
They take the deck off, yep, and you're allowed stairs to exit out, so you can show that if you want, but I think what I'm concerned is that there's no dimension here to the corner.
Okay.
So that's, I think, gonna be helpful for record, just to, so there's no issues later on, because I think the dimensions here might be different than somewhere else, so.
If we lose the deck, so we're gonna be this way then, to the,
Yeah.
instead of the circle, we're gonna go
Yeah,
to
'cause-
our yard.
It says 10 feet here, and I just want something like this on the corner of the addition.
Okay, how about if we change it this one, like, to the yard side instead of, to the circle? Like, the exit, the door has to be
Can I use your pen?
facing to the yard.
I'm seeing the sunroom's
Yeah,
12 by
I think what
14.
we're saying is your door would be here. Right, and then you have all this usable space here. So, and then you exit out here and you can have stairs here.
Okay. Can I take this one?
Yep,
Show him
so-
the contractor?
And then I'll just do.
And just a suggestion. So, I think the motion was to approve the sunroom and not the deck. But, and what is going on right now is just a suggestion. It's not what you have to do.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay, would we like to,
Anyone need a
I'll second.
Motion by Bilgan to approve petition 24-007 for sunroom only, not the deck. Pending approval depends on updated plot plan with the deck removed. Potverian?
Yes.
Froyo?
Yes.
King?
Yes,
Bilgan?
Yes,
Kramer?
yes.
Been
Thank you.
approved for the sunroom.
So if you have more questions, Nelson, the building department, speak with the building department or call one of us if you need further clarification. But
Yes,
the
yeah.
sunroom is
Yeah,
approved.
we're gonna talk to him more to be like.
The deck is where
clear.
the issue is. The sunroom, as you drew it, is okay.
Okay.
but if you tell the contractor, you just need the deck to be lower, so that it doesn't need railings.
He'll know. Say
He'll
under
know.
30.
Okay,
He should,
okay,
he should be able to figure it right out.
okay, thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you
And
so
if he
much.
doesn't, fine, right? And get a good architect.
yeah.
That was all we had tonight.
That's it.
And would anybody like to make a Usually you,
Motion to adjourn?
usually I don't finish.
Second?
Second.
Motion to adjourn by Froyo at 7:28, second by King. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
You're gonna have to get
Thank you.
like a stamp that just says motion by